Hey there Stampers, and welcome to Simple Card Sunday. Today I'm going to show you how to make this really cute and simple monochromatic birthday card. So let's get started. The stamps that I'm using today are from the Remembering Your Birthday stamp set, and I've used this happy birthday right here, and the Amazing Birthday stamp set, and I've used this image right here of the birthday cake. Okay, so to start our card, you need a piece of crisp cantaloupe cardstock that measures 4 1/4 by 11, and we're going to go ahead and fold that in half right now, and then we'll set it aside. Okay, you're also going to need a piece of Whisper White cardstock that measures 4 by 5 1/4, and then we're going to need some scraps of cardstock. So I'm going to actually set this aside too. So I have scraps of crisp cantaloupe, Whisper White, and Calypso Coral. Okay, so let's get started stamping. So I'm going to pull in my little birthday cake image, and for this image I'm going to use Blushing Bride ink. We're just going to stamp that 3 times on our scrap of Whisper White cardstock. Okay, just like that. Now when you are stamping these, make sure that you leave a little space around them, because when we punch them out, they are going to have a little white border on them. Okay, and so now we can get started punching our circles. So from the crisp cantaloupe, we are going to use the 1 3/8 circle punch, and we're going to punch out 3 circles. Okay. From the Calypso Coral cardstock, we're going to use the 1 3/4 inch circle punch, and we are going to punch out 3 circles again. Okay, and then we're going to punch out our little birthday cakes using the 1 1/4 inch circle punch. And we'll just put that upside down so we can see where we're punching. And 1, 2, and 3, like so. Alright, so we can get started assembling now. So what I like to do is start by sticking my little birthday cakes onto the crisp cantaloupe pieces of cardstock that we've punched out. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull in my snail to do that. And we're just going to simply stick them right on like so. Okay. There's 2 and 3, and then I'm going to pull back my original here so you can see these circles are stuck on with Stampin' Dimensionals. So just to get ready to stick those on, we're going to flip those over and just put the dimensionals on the back. Now I like to make sure that my birthday cakes are the right way up when I flip them over. Just because I want to make sure that my dimensionals are going on the top and bottom so that there's space for my baker's twine to go in between it. And I like to put 2 per circle, just like that. Alright, so then we're going to set those aside because we don't need them for a little bit. And I'm going to pull in my Whisper White layer of my card, and we're going to go ahead and stick the Calypso Coral circles on. So what I like to do is bring in my ruler. Okay, my ruler is a little bit longer than my little workspace here. So by bringing in my ruler, I can make sure that my circles are lined up on the bottom, so they're all in a nice straight line. So I'm going to just kind of place them on so I have an idea of where they're going to go. And then I like to start with the middle one. And then I work out from there. So we'll go ahead and stick this one on. And then we'll do the 2 sides. And as long as I'm lining up the bottom of my circles on my ruler, or my straight edge, then I know that my circles are going to be in a line on my card. Okay, so I'll stick the last one on like so, and then I'll take my ruler away and my circles are in a nice straight line across my card. So the next step, I'm going to pull in some Blushing Bride baker's twine. That's a tongue twister, say that 3 times really fast. And I'm just going to wrap it around my card 3 times. I'm not quite really worried about where it's being placed right now. It is going to end up in the center of my circles. But for right now, it doesn't really matter because I can easily. I need some more on that end. Let's try this again. I need to leave enough on my end to tie a bow. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. So the baker's twine easily will move on my card if I need it to be in a different spot. So I'm not too worried about where it's placed when I'm wrapping it around. And we're going to go ahead and tie that in a little knot just so it stays where we want it to stay. And you want your knot fairly close to the edge of your cardstock because you need to leave room for your other circles. So a nice tight knot so that will keep that baker's twine where we want it. Maybe not quite that tight. There we go. Okay, so we've got, oops, too far. We've got our baker's twine tied around our circle pieces. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp my sentiment. So I have my happy birthday here ready to go and my Calypso Coral ink. And the reason why I'm stamping this now is so that if I make a mistake, I can slide my baker's twine off, flip it over, put some circles on the other side, and I can use the other side of my cardstock. Alright, so I have a nice happy birthday there, stamped beautifully. So we're good to go with that. So the next step is to attach this to the card base. So we'll go ahead and flip it over and open the snail. That's usually helpful. And we'll go ahead and put some snail on the back and stick that down to the front of the card like so. Okay, and then we're going to bring back our little birthday cake pieces that we had stamped and punched earlier, and we already have the dimensional backing on them. So we are going to just peel that off and stick them on, and they're going to go just right over top of the baker's twine. So remember, we put our dimensionals on the back of these so there was room for the baker's twine to go through the middle of them, like so. Alright, and the last one on here. And the final step, oh actually not the final step, the second last step is we're going to tie this in a little bow just to add a little pizzazz to the side of the card. If you are bow challenged, which a lot of people are, and apparently I am when I film videos, you could just leave it as a knot and it would be just fine. It would be very cute. Let's try this again. There we go. Alright, so we have our cute little bow on the side, ready to go, and I'm going to just trim those tails up really quick. And then the final step is just on the middle birthday cake, I like to kind of set one of them just apart just a little bit. So I have some Dazzling Details, and you can see where these little dots are in the cake. I'm just going to put some Dazzling Details on the middle cake, on those dots. Okay, so you can see, going to go all the way across like that. The first dot got a little crazy on me. There you go. So I've got some Dazzling Details. You can see right here on the dots of the cake, and my card is done. So I'll bring back my original one more time so you can see. Cute little monochromatic birthday card. It would be very cute in a number of different colors. You could do it in blues, you could do it in purples, pinks, depending who you are giving it to. You could switch up the color to their favorite colors. So that's all I have for you today for Simple Card Sunday. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like what you see and you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you're Canadian, please contact me. I would love to be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and get you some catalogs. And remember to check my blog to see another card made with the same layout today. And I hope you enjoyed it. Have an inspired day.